Shana Tova. There's a line in our liturgy that may a year and its curses end, and may a year and blessings begin. Of course, we're coming from a year where we've seen many unfortunate events and curses, starting, of course, from October 7th, but not just October 7th. The hostages are still, 101 hostages are still remain in Gaza. We've lost well over 300 soldiers in the war. We've had days where we've lost 10 soldiers in a day, to the times that friendly fire have killed soldiers and have killed hostages, to when a few months ago 6 hostages were executed in cold blood. These were every single day of that nature, were a gut punch to us. But as we come to the end of the year, as the year winds down, we're seeing incredible miracles. The miracle of the beepers, the miracle of the elimination of the entire Hezbollah leadership, the miracle of getting rid of Nasrallah, the miracle of the thousands of rockets coming in on Israel over the last couple of weeks from Lebanon, and very, very little damage in terms of human life. I don't think there's been one from the rockets. And culminating this morning, where Iran sends 181 rockets, and you see the rockets, they're huge. And damage to property, yes, a few injuries. But the only person killed was a Palestinian. And 5 Iranians were killed whilst they shot the rocket and it misfired. It's actually clearly what the Torah tells us in the portion we're going to read the Shabbos, the portion of Azinu. The Torah tells us that Hashem carries us like an eagle carries its offspring. And Rashi tells us, what does that mean? That when the Jews were running away from the Egyptians were throwing missiles at them, missiles of that time. And the clouds of glory, the cloud of Hashem, went between the Egyptians and the Israelites and caught all those missiles. Literally what we saw today. Hundreds of missiles falling. It is not normal. They're fallen. They show the damage they've done, sometimes to property, huge craters. But Hashem has protected us. It's incredible. We have to be aware of it. We have to be grateful for it. And we have to acknowledge it. And maybe the reason for these miracles now is, number one, the Talmud tells us that a year that begins impoverished, narrow, ends broadly with breadth and revelation. But maybe it's because of another verse in the portion, actually the very next verse, where the Torah tells us, Hashem bodod yanchenu. And it's explained in Rashi and the Mizrahi, the commentary on Rashi, that what does it mean, Hashem bodod yanchenu? Hashem leads them alone. That there were no other armies to protect the Jewish people as they left Egypt and they went into Israel. It was only Hashem and ourselves that protected us. Nobody else. And this, Rashi says, will also be what our sages say, that this is going to happen at the end of times. That we will be alone. We will not feel ourselves as part of the nations of the world. Just look at how the UN votes against us, how so many peoples are against us. Yet, as we stand alone, Hashem is with us, protects us, and we have these amazing miracles. And this leads into Rosh Hashanah. Because in Rosh Hashanah, there's a verse that we say in davening, Zeh hayoim tchilas ma'asecha. This day is the beginning of your activities. Zeh means this. Hayoim means Rosh Hashanah. This day, the day of Rosh Hashanah, is a time of Zeh. Zeh is something that we point our finger and say, it's here in front of us. Zeh is a reference to the revelation of godliness that we're able to see. It is important for each and one of us to acknowledge the incredible miracles that are taking place for the Jewish people now. to see the Zed. This is the hand of God. We're seeing the hand of God clearly protecting Am Yisrael and the Jewish people. And when we acknowledge that, then we bring a revelation of godliness to the world that affects and helps the entire world. That's what we need to do now. Now, the Alter Rebbe tells us that every year there's a pocket of energy that comes into the year that gives life for 12 months or for the full year. And when the new year starts, the energy from last year is removed and a new packet of energy comes in. May it be Hashem's will that this new packet of energy have the residue of the last couple of weeks. These incredible miracles have that in it, and more so, that we see the revelation of Hashem in a revealed, obvious way that everyone turns and says, Zeh Keli V'Avehu, here's my God. Wow! We see how Hashem protects Am Yisrael, the Jewish people, and through protecting the Jewish people, He indeed changes and transforms the entire world. That's the year we're going to have, a year of goodness and health and happiness and success and nachas from our children. And a year where finally we will have the revelation of Mashiach, where clearly God will be revealed in the world, where the entire world will see the special stature and the special state of Am Yisrael and Bnei Yisrael. And it's truth. The truth is, they have anyone with eyes that can see sees it now. Hashem has been so amazingly kind to us and showed us such incredible miracles. We have to acknowledge it, and we have to involve everyone to be able to see it. This is my Hashem. He is protecting us, and He will do going forward. And it'll be peace to humanity and peace to the entire world. Shana Tova.